Hey, welcome to Players Only, the Game Time edition, an 8-game night, a lot of exciting games. I'm Chris Webber, Isaiah Thomas, and Kevin McHale, the man with the best jump hook ever in the world. That's just my opinion as a student of the game. But let's start off with the marquee game. Anytime you see Golden State play, you know they're the game of the night. That's Klay Thompson. Trade him. He can't shoot. He's in a slump. I don't know why they have this guy on the team. Remember everybody saying that, K-Mac?
Yes, just throw it to me right there, though.
Oh, wait. Oh, he can shoot. But no, Klay really can't shoot that well. And I know he can't pass. And Curry can't pass, even though he's going to get the steal right here. And all you got to do is run, Zeke, because they look for you on this team.
He passed up a layup for a dunk. He said, I don't want this. Let me just hit my man coming down the middle for a dunk. They do it all for the crowd.
Yeah. And talking about doing it for the crowd, I want to give Andre Iguodala a little credit for jumping back in that hot tub time machine, K-Mac.
Look at him. He said, hey, that's what I used to do when I was 25.
Yeah.
Bam.
Getting up like that. And how about this? Pay a little homage to our man, Steve Smith.
Smitty.
Oh, the Steve Smith step back
with the three.
Is that the first time I've ever seen that play? Wow.
But here comes Klay.
That? Well, Klay can't shoot. Remember, we all said that. Everybody wants to get rid of him.
Pull.
Oh, no. Is he a ski shooter, Zeke?
Pull.
Oh, no. But listen, trade the guy again. Remember, he can't shoot. You got to find a different way, a new arena, that man gets buckets.
Don't leave
Curry,
that man.
He's going to miss the three, but guess what happens when Curry misses the three? Guess who's going to be right there to find it, get it to me, and boom! That's right, again, Thompson. 43 points, 18 for 29, 7 for 16 from three-point line. That's right, that's his 12th 40-point game, and our man 3D caught up with him after the game. Ready to stick him up. Tell him what time it is.
3D, he don't even have to stick him up no more. They just know. They just know. They just come in hands up.
Oh, man. You see how excited 3D gets. I still love that. Zeke, again, the bad boys sat down, you and Joe D, two of the best guards ever, best backcourt ever, sat down with the Splash Brothers. What impressed you most about them?
Their basketball IQ, their diligence to making sure that they give the fans and the paying customers a show every single night, and their ability to get open. I mean, every defender in the league, every coach in the league comes in with a game plan, and they're telling you, don't let these guys get open around the three-point line, and they find ways to every single night get open, not only get open, but to get 15, 14 shots off from the three-point line. I think it's amazing and incredible what they do.
I love Deion Sanders, my favorite football player of all time. I don't think he could check them on the face guard them on the floor. The way that they cut the
prime time, I don't know.
No, you think he could?
Prime time on the face guard. Prime time made you just play on the left side of the field.
Prime time too small. They just Klay shoot over the top.
He took the right side of the field away. The coaches would come in and say, don't throw it over there. Prime time over there. We only going to play over here.
But they move so much, though. Their willingness to continually move and cut and not get tired. And if you take it away twice, the third time they move just as hard to get that shot. Their willingness to work hard for good shots is impressive.
Yes.
36 assists for that team. They're sharing the ball and having fun.
I mean, just have a guy say, I'm going to do what I do best. Shoot, play defense, cut. That's great. Manny Pacquiao in the building. Floyd better not be. Get him, Floyd, stand up.
He wants that second fight. He wants that $50 million.
Yeah, he need the money to go. But Gallinari, you know he can shoot the three. But going in for the dunk right there, K-Mac, I know you've been not surprised, but you've enjoyed the way how hard the Clippers have come out and played early.
Yeah, they really played well. One of my favorite Clippers when it shows Tobias Harris knocking down shots. They're going to show one of my favorite Clippers, though. This brings energy. Montrezl Harrell, the guy who just works hard and plays hard. And he outruns everybody, gets the ball, and he's doing the Montrezl Harrell thing, getting the ball in there and just fighting hard. And I think we got to post that. Oh, no, this is the long.
This is Curry.
He's not going to shoot that.
Sweet Lou. That's right. This is the Montrezl Harrell play you're talking about. He's been working on his turnaround jumper. He did that for you, K-Mac.
Dream shake. That's the dream shake.
Yeah, and Zeke, Lou Will.
The microwave, too. He heat up like Vinny Johnson.
Oh, Lou Will, you just got christened the name Microwave 2 from a man that played with the microwave and used to get buckets. 27, 9 for 14 for Lou Will. So efficient, 10 points right there. L.A., they get the win on the other side. Kemba Walker, only 13 points tonight. But on the other side of the break, now that Coach Thibodeau is not there, the weight is squarely on the back of Wiggins and Towns. How did they handle it tonight? Did they get their new coach his first win. We'll be back in a second. Game time, players only.
What's up, basketball fans? It's your boy 3D. We're back for another edition of Shooter's Paradise. But this time we're going to take you a little deep on preparation before the game. Now, obviously, you know who this guy is, MVP, Mr. Steph Curry himself.
Yes, sir.
Steph, people don't understand that you just don't wake up and just start jacking up shots. There is a method to your madness. So what is the first thing you try to do to find your rhythm?
First thing I do is start in the paint, and I do a bunch of just crazy flip shots. It helps me just get a feel for the ball, get my body warmed up, and your hand-eye coordination in terms of like your finesse game and that touch, which is key for me to be able to shoot the way that I do. I try to start in close, see the ball go in, try different angles, and then work my way out from there.
For us real shooters, explain how you have to start in close and work your way out.
You get to see the ball go in and build your confidence up early. And it's also just a touch thing. Starting in close, you can really feel the ball in your hands, you get your rhythm going, and then you work your way out from there. I treat 5 spots around the court and try to just get every possible shot that I would probably take in a game. A lot of them are more just stationary, catch and shoot, kind of your normal basic fundamentals, working on your mechanics. But then you got to test your creativity a little bit. And obviously, like simulating a game where every possession, you don't know what the move's going to be, but you got to be able to react to the defender, take what they're giving you, make a play. So just feeling that ball transfer from hand to hand, simulating the defender trying to swipe at it and stuff, and then getting balanced and knocking down the shot. So it's a balance between the creative part of my game and the fundamentals and good mechanics that every great shooter kind of taps into.
How much fun is it for you, though, that where you have that freedom when you can give the ball to KD or Iggy or Draymond and you just can just run all over the floor?
Back from when I was even playing in high school, I was playing for traditional point guards, had the ball in my hands a lot. When I got to college, I was playing off the ball a lot, so I got to work on both parts of it. So I feel like, being able to shoot off the dribble or catch and shoot or be able to give it up and sprint miles around the court, make my defender chase me, but still be in balance and knock down shots is a big part of my game.
And so in the fourth quarter, are you taking what the defense gives you, or are you taking what the team needs to win the ball game?
That's where the full skill set that you got in the arsenal comes out, because you got to get it all sorts of ways, whether it's driving to the basket and finishing, mid-range, off the dribble, or if you got to take a dagger 3, you got to be ready for all those. There aren't many weaknesses, and that's the part where all that work that you put in pays off.
How did the tunnel shot come about? And we as shooters want to understand, if you make that shot, does it make you think I'm going to have a good game, or does it not affect you at all?
I feel better walking into the locker room after a make, but I've had some of my best games when I've missed the shot too. So it started probably my second year in the league, where I had a bet with one of our front office guys, and he was just looking at the time like, I bet you can't make it from there. At the time, I had seen Monte Ellis make it a couple of times, so I can make it and try it. And we started to just keep tally every game, how many times I made versus missed, and at the end of the year, we tally it up and see who won. And it just evolved from there with the usher, who throws me the ball.
You make the pass every time? Curtis
passed me the ball every time, so we got a nice little chemistry.
The billion-dollar question. With the new arena, how will the tunnel shot affect your preparation for a game?
I have no idea. It's a tough question, because for 10 years I've been accustomed to my routine, shooting the tunnel shot right before I go back to the locker room. So I'll get a lay of the land when we get to the new Chase Center and really understand how I can dial up my warm-up routine and have some fun with it, but to be determined.
Yeah.
That's right, so check it out. 5, he's tied Jason Terry. What up, Jet? 6, he's in number 3 all by himself. I know Reggie, Miller, and Ray. Don't get me wrong, Steph to me is the best shooter of all time, but I know Reggie and Ray are going, I wish I could shoot 15, 24, 33s in my time. Because it seemed like Reggie only got to shoot like 5 or 6, maybe at the most.
Without being held.
Yeah.
I mean,
on the fast break.
Yeah,
One on 5.
Here's the key, I'll tell you right now. Because they were telling me the story when Larry Brown went to Indiana. Larry Brown did not want Reggie shooting threes in the break.
Right.
So Reggie would come down and, Reggie's open, wide open. He's shooting that three. And Larry Brown would sit him down. Like, even in the first quarter, be like, yeah, come sit by me. How different the league is now.
Yeah.
Just think if Reggie had the green light to shoot it in the break with 22 seconds on the shot clock.
If he played for Houston, he'll sit down now for not taking the shot.
Exactly. Yeah.
They definitely do.
So it's changed so much,
Yeah.
And you look at that like Steph Curry. Tonight he could pass Jet. He's 5 behind Jet. It's nothing anymore. Like when a guy made 5 threes, think back when we played. If a dude made 5 threes, you were like, 5 threes?
Man. He took 5 threes.
Exactly. How many do you take to make 5 threes? Nowadays, I don't even look twice if Steph. Steph has a 5 for 12 from the 3-point line. It's just average night.
But I heard Klay Thompson say something last week that I thought was just brilliant. He was talking about his shooting slump, and he said, "Hey, look, if it ain't Larry Bird who's calling me to give me advice, or Ray Allen, or Reggie Miller,
right.
or maybe Steph,
you ain't got
nobody
nothing to say.
else, you ain't got nothing to say to me.
You're not in this.
You can't get in this conversation." I thought that was brilliant.
You're not in this club. And last week, how about this? I don't know if this stat is still true, but last week we were doing the game there, and Marv told me, and it was so funny, the number 1 3-point shooting percentage in the league is a Curry, but it's not Seth.
Yeah.
It's not Steph. It's Seth. So they had a whole family. And I think, too, if it was in the backyard, a game of 21 on, family reunion, I think that Dad would win the contest.
I'm still going with Dale.
Yeah,
that Dale can shoot. But here's the funny thing. I'm looking at the same stat sheet, and I see Curry at the top. And I see Curry like at 5th. I'm thinking, how many Currys are there?
He's that good.
His brother was at the top.
He can get twice in there. We're going to break. When we come back, we're coming back with that man from OKC. That's right, Westbrook. And his sidekick, PG-13. Players only, baby.
At this point, as we stand here, do you sort of have your rotation and guys and ins and out figured out, or do you feel like you'll feel the game out as it goes and decide along the way?
Yeah, I have a framework would like to see happen, but obviously things happen throughout a game and, fouls, things like that. So I'll be feeling it out as well.
Are there some butterflies going on inside you right now?
Yeah, I'd be lying if I said there weren't. I think that's only natural, but I feel very comfortable with this group of coaches and this group of players too. So I feel good.
Is there someone that, whether it's another coach or a player, or even someone in your family that you really leaned on in the last 24 hours, just kind of keep your head straight?
Yeah, I've leaned on a lot of people. When I have taken phone calls and have taken breaks from trying to get ready for tonight. But obviously mother, wife, and then I got some coaching friends around the league, and then also guys in the locker room have been great.
Ryan, this is a tough question.
He knows where his bread is buttered, the mother and the wife. That's right. Make sure you get them to shout out first. That's Ryan right there, Ryan Saunders, and he's 32 years old. He's younger than 42 players in the NBA, including 3 on his own team when you talk about Dang, Taj Gibson, and Anthony Tolliver. He looked a little nervous there, but you love the fact that, he knows his team, and this is a moment that he's been dreaming about a lifetime. You have to remember that as well. And I'm sure with the group of coaches and the people that he has around him that, this is the start of something good, because as a head coach, you want to make sure that you have a long tenure and it's not just about this time with them. Any last second advice that you would give him besides those last 35 seconds of the game, K-Mac?
You know what? Be flexible, because I think when you first start coaching, sometimes you have an idea in your head what's going to happen, and man, your best player gets ejected by arguing with the referee in the first 3 minutes. You go like, things are going to change. You got to be flexible. Every game is different, and I knew that as a player, and I had to put my player's hat back on. Like every game's going to be different. As a player, every game is different. As a coach, every game is different, and guys get hot and stuff. And when when I look at that, I just can't help but think of how proud Flip would have been.
Yes.
And Flip is of his son right now, coaching this team and stuff like that. I just known Ryan since he was just a little baby. And boy, his dad would his dad's absolutely beaming right now. And so it's pretty cool. But when he said butterflies, you got all kinds of butterflies.
I tell you what, Flip Saunders was my coach, and I think just in honor of his dad, he should call 252 twist. Everybody in the league that played, no, that's you dribble to one side, bring the guy back over in front of him. Vlade, way to switch on that play. Vlade always had my back. And Zeke, as he's getting ready for Westbrook and PG-13 and one of the best defensive teams in this league, does that even throw more of a wrinkle into it, or just because because it's your first NBA game. It doesn't matter who.
No, I think he's going to be well prepared for that because, as an assistant coach, this could have been his
That's
scout
right.
team.
That's right.
So,
That's right. Yeah.
So he probably understands everything that, the opponents that OKC is going to be doing, the player tendencies and all of that. He's well versed in that. I think the most difficult thing for him tonight will be finding his coach's voice. When he says he's got butterflies, the most intimidating thing that a lot of young coaches will find is when they stand up in front of that locker room, when they stand in front of those players in that locker room, and those 12 to 15 guys are sitting in front of them, and they're all looking at you, right? And that voice comes out, that voice of nervousness or hesitancy. If that voice comes out, then all the players are like,
oh, yeah. No, I've seen some veterans do that.
So you know that he got to find his coach's voice. He's got to find his we here to win it. We gonna do it, so forth and so on. Because then they'll have belief. But if there's any crack or if there's any shake on the board,
hopefully being at home for him will give the energy to the players where they'll go out. And you know how that one player is always inspired. And speaking of being inspired,
Elvis,
give that man a peanut butter and banana sandwich ASAP. That's
I knew he was alive.
You knew, he's probably with Tupac hanging out after the game.